Welcome you to the crypto kingdom and Bitcoin spike. We just had another spike. I'm London, okay? And in terms of this, I'm a former financial professional. You guys know that. In terms of a lead analyst over $1 billion equity fund, I'd like to bring technical analysis to your attention. We have been covering the last several days, guys. We've been covering something very important I want to cover on Bitcoin. You can apply it, guys, to your altcoins right now. We hit VeChain yesterday. Bam. Guys, way to go. Those of you who listened to the stream, you're up 5% on that. I want to talk today about contrarian market principles. Okay, contrary market principles and essentially how they are affecting your trades right now. We've been discussing that. Contrary market principles, not principles, let's say indicators. Contrary indicators. Let's focus on the Bitcoin chart right now. The Bitcoin chart, guys, was expressing a descending triangle. I have been discussing in depth. I've been discussing the fact that all of the guys, almost all, I did a variable analysis and a real in-depth analysis. Guys, in terms of that, nice to see you, Christopher. So nice to see you. As we looking at, a realistic market in terms of the pattern formation. I know you guys are into technical analysis. You have to gauge the mood of the market. When are the patterns working out? When are they not working out? I've been telling you the last few days, guys, that you're having a lot of surprise attacks. I think the options players are heavily playing into this. People are playing options. For instance, on this descending triangle that you see is supposed to be a bearish formation right at the top. We've had a great run up. You guys know that the current price over 49,000, guys. We're pushing 50,000. That's very exciting. We're excited, guys. We did hit on this, guys. We can talk about this. Very nice. What did we hit? You guys know we did the video and we hit that. We hit the 30-day moving average almost exactly. Don't you guys know that? We hit that. That 30. It's so exciting how we nailed this in terms of this spike and what just happened in Bitcoin. We nailed it, guys. Isn't that good? I'm so excited for you guys because we brought you the information on this 30-day moving average, and bam, what happened? We hit it. We hit it, didn't we? You guys know we did. Those of you who trade on Gate, etc., playing a little aggressive or otherwise, but we're on that on the candlesticks. Essentially, that was our target in our target zone. I'm glad that that's worked out. Let's talk about the variability. Angel, shout out. Love you, brother. Nice to see you. So nice to see you. Glad you're plugged in. We're covering the nuances of the market right now, and this is a huge critical kind of lesson here, and just in terms of that the market is teaching us about our behavior and our participation in the market. This descending triangle, guys, would have just eliminated people in terms of they're going to go, I guarantee you they're going to short Bitcoin during this, right? What did we do? Well, we talked about the fact that the patterns weren't playing out, right? We did. Yeah, the frustrated market is trying to take people's coins, people's trades away. Shout out to all you guys who got into VeChain. That one, I spent 6 hours looking for a good trade, guys. Bam, we got it. I even text messaged and I sent Angel a text message. You guys saw it. I put $1 million into VeChain, right? Bam, it was just technically indicated. So I was very excited about that move. Way to go, guys. Very exciting on that. But as we look at this, guys, who's going to jump into the shorts on this? Almost everybody. You guys know that. So they're going to clear the shorts out. That's what happened in this descending triangle, defined by a descending line of resistance. Okay, let's go to the line so you can definitely see this. And we're going to go on. This is on the daily. If we go down into, let's say, a different time frame, you guys will definitely see this on the hourly. It's just clearly expressed. You guys see that descending line of resistance? Absolutely. That's supposed to be a bearish pattern. So what happens? The shorts pull in. Boom. They establish their position. They're betting on downward action. What happens? Well, the market just decides to boom, skyrocket to the roof and wipes them out, guys. It wipes them out. You guys know those bull and bear coins. You can play those instead of those options, and you can definitely mitigate your losses, guys. But this is the surprise attack kind of that the market is playing on those options players, right? So always bear that in mind. You're not just playing, each other that are spot trading. You're playing, potentially against kind of a contrarian position against the options, okay? The guys who are playing options. So this just wiped out everybody. I'm going to tell you, they would establish this position. The key on this, the key feature, only play the breakouts. Okay, I'm going to tell you, you may be established in a trade and say, well, this is textbook. This is going to be the percentage going to want to break down. Angel, love you. Thank you for the support. Love it. He's the number one benefactor of the channel, guys. We're building headquarters. We're really excited about that. But as you look at this, guys, only trade the breakouts on these. Clearly express this descending triangle, right? Supposed to be bearish. Guys, Bitcoin loves to surprise you. That's why we named it Bitcoin Spike. We want to be plugged into the spikes, the 6%, the 5%, etc. So on that, I just want to give you guys a word of wisdom if I can, okay, in terms of your need to focus on the market, always needing to focus on the market, right? Literally, like the laser eyes, I'm going to tell you guys, what are they? It's the focus on the market. You don't know what that is? I just, when people ask me, I always tell them, that's people focusing on the market. That's people focusing, this laser eye, just literally focused on the market all the time, guys. That is going to pay dividends. You guys know it's not easy because the market's open 24/7, but that's okay. That is a good thing. In terms of this strategy shift that we've gone through, in terms of the contrarian, I'd say the contrarian positions that we have here, understanding the descending triangle here, just understand that this is I'd say conquered. I'd say beaten by the fact that we are looking at different indicators than the majority of the market right now, that we are literally coming forth with the opinions that are working out, guys, in terms of this was a move that happened very well, right in there. If you guys targeted a little bit heavy on that moving average, on that 30-day moving average, boom, that's what you hit. Okay. So, in terms of the contrarian position, in terms of, being prepared for that, in terms of, solidifying, in terms of a backup, I'd say a backup strategy, we're giving that strategy. So it's nice that it worked out. And from here, we'd like to dig into the time frames, always digging into a different time frame to take a look, guys, at the at the express nature of let me do one thing real quickly. There we go. Looking at let's look at VeChain, because I definitely want to cover VeChain, and we discussed that in depth. And I want to talk about what it's going through right now in terms of there is a caveat on VeChain, and I want you guys to understand where you're at right now in the pricing, the phenomenal nature of, guys, just a solidly booked trade, and what you're looking at right now. I want to talk about a potential area of frustration that you may encounter. You guys understand on the daily. Let's go through the daily real quickly. Let me click this, get your indicators back on. The daily is what we broke out of. You always need to look at the differential time frames. Look at those differential time frames, and let's just look through this here real quickly. Now, you guys know we broke out of this, okay? We indicated to you that was going to be a key feature, right? That's why we had that triple confirmation, right? We had a triple level of confirmation, one being the descending wedge on this one, which was, guys, which is, I'm just going to say is a bullish indicator. It's a bullish pattern. So we focused in this zone. One confirmation, the macro descending wedge. Second confirmation was what? The micro descending wedge right in this area. The third confirmation right along on the line. Please pay attention. On the line, the micro falling wedge on the line, on the 30 moving average on the line. I'm saying on the line. It didn't hit it on the candle like people just got picked up that we talked about beforehand on the 30 moving average on the line, meaning the line, the price line. Okay, not a candlestick, boom, pick up. No, on the line. The line achieved that on VeChain. It's different. The candlestick can pop down real quickly, pick up some orders. The line will have to go there, remain for a moment, and then decide to come up, okay? Then it will express itself on the line chart. There's a difference between a candlestick, flip, flash, pick up some orders. The line won't consolidate at that level. On the smaller time frames, you'll see it, but let's say, for instance, on the daily, you'll never pick it up. So it's big that on the daily, on the line chart, on the line pricing chart, you were on that third confirmation. So we have the macro, okay, just in terms of your confirmation, in terms of your trades, we have the macro falling wedge on VeChain, correct. This is instructional, guys. Whether or not you're trading VeChain, understand triple confirmation is a big deal, guys. Okay, so we have the falling wedge macro bullish, right. We have the falling wedge micro bullish, right. Then we have that contact on the line, okay, that meaning the line, the actual line of the price has denoted itself and has contacted and was in contact with the 30 moving average. That was the triple confirmation heavyweight trading. Very good. Okay, so triple confirmation. Now what I'm going to bring to you guys is something very interesting that I found on the charts, and I want you guys to pay attention to this. We're going to go from the daily, because you want to know right now, well, where's the take? Where is it? Some of you are still in the trade, etc. You're at 5% plus today after 10% yesterday. Beautiful trade. If we go to the 4 hour, I want to go to the 4 hour chart. Okay, the 4-hour chart is going to send us a little interesting signal right now, and I want to just draw this out. The different time frames may help you guys as you look at the differentiation. I want you to between the daily and the 4-hour. I want to show you that currently on the 4-hour, as opposed to the daily, you are right on a different resistance line. Can it beat it? Yes, it can. Are traders looking at the 4-hour right now? Absolutely. Do you guys see? Absolutely. What you're going to do, guys, in terms of your trend lines, the differentiation between the daily and the 4-hour, etc., you're going to want to draw on the 4-hour to pick up. Well, a lot of big traders are going to focus on all the time frames, especially the big ones. From the monthly, the weekly, even, yes. Okay, monthly, weekly, they're going to go to the daily, they're going to go to the 4-hour, slowly dig in, right? So what we have right now is VeChain right on. This is why I decided I'm just going to stream. However this works out, I'm going to stream because I want people to know what's going on with VeChain right now. I don't want to be bearish, but I do want to let you know that there are market participants right now who are looking at this as we speak. The 4-hour clearly expressed. If we take and this is different, guys, from the daily. The two peaks, and just understand this applies to everything from Bitcoin to if you're trading Doge, if you're trading Ethereum, a nice run up yesterday, nice trades yesterday. Way to go, guys! We slammed into those yesterday. Very exciting. So as we look at this, let's just take a look at this on the 4-hour for VeChain, just so you understand the differentiation between the daily, between the 4-hour. The daily didn't have this line of resistance along the top. It didn't. Right now on VeChain, we're sitting right there on this line of resistance, clearly expressed by the two pivots along the top of VeChain, right? I'll get around 25 cents, all the way down to the current pricing, guys, at around 14 cents. A nice move from the target area of about, was it 11, 12? Very, very nicely done. So I want you guys to be aware of this and be able to incorporate that into your trading strategy. I love when you guys book trades and when you have a rationale that does conform to the technicals. The good thing about VeChain, it's a little bit, I love the technology. The management team looks good, and it has utility. Those are three things I look for. The technology or the use case, the management team, right? And dev team. I forgot dev team. So I look for management, utility, and dev team. Okay, so those are the components I always look for. Also, it's a little bit behind. It's a little bit behind to breaking out of this wedge. I think that expressed a very interesting dynamic for me to bring that to you guys, and I think it's partially responsible for the gains you've recently achieved tuning into the channel. So that's very exciting. Those of you who have booked a trade already, hey, don't cry over spilled milk. And I just say this. I love people who say, well, I booked a trade. I love that. Why? Because you're moving on to the next trade. It may be in this, it may be in something else. There may be some express potential somewhere else. You may be able to bring that to the group. That's a nice dynamic as we can work together, as we can function, as we can, powerhouse. Let's all get in the ring. We need to do that, guys. That's the mentality that we try and create with VIP. If you're not VIP yet, you guys need to understand it's not a plug. It is just like, guys, you need to know where things are going on. Our back rooms are full of awesome guys. Luke, awesome guy. Freddie, awesome guy. Angel, awesome guy. Daryl, look at Daryl's charts. I'm just going to throw this up, guys. Look at Daryl's charts right here. Boom. Look at this technical analysis, guys. Wave formation, just beautiful charts, just throwing up, what's going on each coin. Guys, that VIP is the top level of membership, and you're getting structured analysis like this all day long. Guys, to the max we can do that and trade. We're going to be working with some different facilitations in terms of that, but I don't want you guys to miss out. Always have TradingView in the background for variable exchange analysis. I want you guys to know that. I showed you guys the computer. I think that you'll like that in terms of the ability to complete variable analysis. I think you'll like that very much. Angel, I wanted to let you guys know and plug in. This is very crucial for you guys. Angel sent me a picture today of a potential headquarter. Love the idea. Very, very nice potential headquarters. Just extremely cool. Angel, very excited about that. We need a headquarters. We need a place we can just focus, where we can delegate out different parameters for us in terms of like who in the group wants to maybe function and do something a little different. Do we have a startup team? Maybe we have a startup team and a new coin, new listing team. Maybe people want to say, I want to be on that team. I want to find them when they bottom. I want to find the double bottom. I want to find the next 10x for us right now. I'm doing a lot of that, right? And so I enjoy doing that. That's a good thing. And a lot of you are busy, so I don't mind doing that. But as I try and trade, Angel and I are trading heavily. As I try and trade, as I try and find the startups, as I try and do the streams, it gets a little bit, not cumbersome because I love to do it, but I do want you guys to know we're working on those facilitations so that we can all benefit. Angel and I's Our goal is to achieve for you guys wealth. That's what we want to do. Bottom line, we want to achieve wealth for you. That's the bottom line. So as we do this, all these videos, all of the work we do on a consistent basis is to try and help you achieve wealth. That's what we want to do. Does that sound good? In this market, I don't see people trying to achieve that for other people. That's what our goal is. I've discussed it with Angel in depth, and that's what our goal is, to try and achieve wealth for you. Some of you just want to start day trading full time. That's great. You guys know we've been around for a while through the depths of this. Definitely to schedule in heavyweight, double and triple down in these levels, to call the bottom of Bitcoin that we're currently looking at. You guys, this I'm going to say the interim bottom of Bitcoin below 30,000. You guys know in the back rooms, the benefit of that is just staying plugged in. And guys, this small little baby, I'm going to bring this up, guys. This is how nuanced all of this is. If you guys can believe this, look at this, right? And I brought this to the attention of the group, I think on the 5-minute. I won't dig down, but the 5-minute clearly showing on the 5-minute. Again, it was variable amongst the time frames, but showing you guys, definitely showing you guys and saying, hey, there's an ascending triangle. Anybody paying attention? And then bam, we knew something was going on, right? It was a nice move to the upside. Some people have receipts in and around this area. I love to see it. Our receipt was at $50,250. I want to talk about that level right now. Why I believe that is, why I know that is a crucial level. Let's talk about the interim drop that we had. This brief retracement, guys. I would say brief because Bitcoin's been around for a long time. You guys know, so this is just a little hiccup for Bitcoin. It's not a big deal. We love the technology. We love the community. We're very excited about it. I want to talk about this zone for Bitcoin right in here. The reason that we have a receipt for 50,250 right at this level and around the top, and we hit that due to this line right in here. Okay, that line right in here that's kind of lightly expressed right now, but this line is the previous resistance from the prior level right in here. You guys will see kind of an expression of kind of like a little bit of almost a double top in this area. That it was a key feature in terms of me deciding at this level, Angel and I communicating, me hitting the button, I'll say essentially. But that level, we were just so close to it. And I say a lot of people were probably pushing up to the max. Well, we really want to max this out. We did take, guys, right at the top here. What is that? Right at the top, 50,320, 50,413. Yeah, we got it. It's by $200. By $200, we got that receipt. What's up, Angel? That's what I'm talking about. We love Bitcoin. I love hitting the top. Within $200 of that top maximum, we got it. Okay, so that's nice. I like that. That's good for our community. That's good for everybody, guys. So in terms of the current pricing of Bitcoin, you guys know we could do the wave analysis. We can do all the information that we've talked about. You see it currently on the hourly or on the 4-hourly. Let's go to the hourly. I want to go to the hourly and show you kind of this undulation that things are going through along the top. Guys, this is where your altcoins are being rebuilt during these pumps, during these small, during the positive expressions of price and during the kind of the reconsolidative phase. Okay, we'll call it reconsolidative when it drops. How about that? The retracement phase. So during this, a lot of your altcoins are being rebuilt. The question is, are you going to focus on one or two, or are you going to just be sporadic and try and chase the next thing that's flying? Guys, that hurts you. That hurts you the last 24 hours if you did that, guys. You need to schedule your entries. You need to focus on something for a day. Take a day off from trading. Focus, I'll say from hitting the button. Focus on something for a day. Decide on ADA. You don't want to hit it once it's up 5 or 10%. You want to hit it before it's up 5 or 10%. You want to establish a position along a line of support, and then you want to see the rest of the market pick that up. Absolutely. That's the technique, guys, that pays. Finding something that's flying, guys, a lot of times it's like, are you prepared for landing? That's what everyone else is going through. Are you prepared for landing while something else is, while you're thinking, well, it's going to start to fly, right? Some people, many people are already in that trade. So just pay attention to that. So we have a bit of a differentiation now from the original descending triangle that was expressed, the bearish formation. Just to recap, talking definitely in the back rooms in here about the fact that this has been a very unpredictable market, very unpredictable. I'm convinced the people who rode this up, who still want to trade, the market, the market exchanges are in the process of just whipping, I'm going to take some more Bitcoin from you. I'm going to take some more dollars back from you. It's just consistent, guys. It's just consistent. The options guys are getting killed. It's not too friendly for the spot traders either. Okay, I'm glad that I'm able to kind of express this to you guys. It's a good time time to be sitting on a lot of those profits from the run up. Definitely playing aggressive, maybe heavy hitting it when you need to, but understanding there's a reason for those profits. We took those back, right? Absolutely. So this is a good time to really be challenged by the market and enjoy it as a group, guys. We'll never forget it. This is one of the most challenging environments we've been in, right? And we were able to call that 30-day moving average. Boom. We were able to call V-chain. Boom, right? So there's been some good hits here just the last few days that we've been able to bring to you. I'm very excited about that. And as we look at this, the current position of Bitcoin, a lot of people are going to play this right here, guys. This retouch here. It's going to be a little bit contraindicated. It's kind of, again, I would say maybe touch and go, maybe not. If you see the hit that people just made where on this red line, guys, it's a continuum, isn't it? It really likes to hit. You guys understand on Gate, you have that as an indicator. That's on the 30-hour. On the 30-hour indicator, you're seeing a small trade already develop for people that have come in with trades, and along here in a small gain, guys, a small gain if you're talking half a percentage or whatnot, but it's a trade nonetheless. Definitely a trade nonetheless. So as you look at, I know you guys are dug into the time frame. Something that would occur in my mind here after taking, if you guys did, hit this and take, guys, it's contrarian. I'm going to tell you, it's contrarian in terms of the expressed indication of the market. It's just a contrary indicator. You have a descending. This is a bearish pattern. Okay, so the shorts were all over it. Okay, so what we're looking at now is going to be a little bit not a novel idea, but what we're going to want to do, again, in line with everything I've said, guys, I want to see it above what? 51,000. Okay, that's that previous hitch interval back in this area. Let's just zoom back. Above this area, this is in and around 51,158. Please, if we can, right? And at some point, guys, don't worry. Just don't worry, okay? Just don't worry. At some point, we're going to get above this. Not going to do you any good to worry. I'll tell you that much. If you're looking at your portfolios, etc. This level right here, I want to conquer this level. I want to get out up and above it. We need to. It's a requirement for Bitcoin right now for heavy hitting interest, guys. And in terms of Ethereum, yesterday did that. It surpassed its consolidated phase. I'd like to see the same thing for Bitcoin. You guys know Ethereum was sideways for 23 days. For about 3 weeks, Ethereum had consolidated. It broke out yesterday. We had a great trade, guys. All of you guys got on board. I was really excited about that. We jump on with the momentum. That's what we want. We want the breakout and the momentum. You see why I say momentum? Ethereum yesterday was momentum, right? That was nice, right? So what we'd love to see for Bitcoin is after this consolidated phase, let's go ahead and measure this. Let's just talk the details of Bitcoin. Let's talk about this. Let me do a date range. Why don't I try and do a date range to get an accurate price and date? Let's just do a date range here. Let's see how far we have gone here. About 2 weeks now sideways, guys. About 2 weeks sideways. We have some expressed, definitely some upside here within the last 24 days, okay, as we've moved from, I'd say about 40 to 45,000 range or the 44,000 range up to about the 50. So about within $6,000, we covered that in about 24 days, okay, so about a little over 3 weeks. So what did Ethereum do? Ethereum broke out up above this and really established some momentum to the upside. Now, guys, I would look for something on Bitcoin to occur to that effect, and for that to be an indicator, a key indicator in terms of heavier involvement in Bitcoin. Okay, Ethereum has just achieved that. It's behaving much like it is an altcoin with phenomenal gains. I am looking for something over 51,000, and again, not getting tricked out by these. Definitely hitting a trade. You guys are around that 30-day moving average. Beautiful. Finding great trades like VeChain, etc., to crank into that portfolio into the profits in the meantime. Absolutely. So as we're looking at this, it's not that this is just on permanent hold. No, guys. I mean the calibrations are set in and above 51. That's all I'm going to say. The calibrations are kind of set in and above 51 to where when that momentum begins, we are able to, guys, what we do, we move the account right there, bam, and the momentum just carries that account up, right? So that's what we want to establish above the $51,000 range. That's my guide right now. Those are my calibrations. That's what I'm looking at. And I'll just tell you, it's not that I don't want to trade Bitcoin, but I'm not going to expose myself. I'm going to tell you guys this, to a bearish pattern that's going to surprise 8% to the upside and fly this thing on a wing and a prayer. That's just it's not my it's not indicated, guys. It's not the way that the movers in the market, the ones that are winning, are going to play this. If they want to take shorts from people, and wipe out options, go for it. I've seen them do it all year long. You guys have too. I've seen them take the options off the table. The guys who are having any of the options, wham, just getting wiped out consistently. That's what makes Bitcoin exciting. Now, as we're in a momentum zone, as we're moving up, okay, as things are positively expressing themselves, as we, for instance, hit this in the back rooms, this ascending triangle, and I know the price, the high, what, 64,863.10, $64,863.10, right? We know it down to a T. This one, where did I pull up the ascending triangle at the bottom? Well, that was 29,750, right? We have these numbers, we know them because I bring them to the group. I'm like, here, boom, so this is a good positive expression in terms of the value that you guys are putting in. I know it's a lot of work. I know the market, especially now while things are, it seems like hit and miss, almost a lottery. Is this one going, that one going? And a lot of them, guys, be careful. Every night something likes to take off. And what does it do? Like ADA last night, well, it's up, it's down, right? For the people who are chasing it, I'm telling you guys, listen, the exchanges are taking money from people. I'm going to tell you, they're taking back their coins. If you don't believe that, just look at the indicators. Just look at this flash and crash. It's a flash crash almost every day on something that wants to pop up, pop down. It's just, just be aware of that. Establish your positions early. Establish your strategy before the market's trying to react to your good strategy. Your strategy is solidification of a position before the market activity. While the market is achieving activity and gains for you, if you're along a line of support, that's where you're going in, right? Never when it's just, okay, it's going to rifle. Now, a breakout, I tell you, because then the rest of the market is responding to your strategy. That's what you always want. You don't want to, guys, respond to the other people's trades. No, that puts you at a severe deficit, okay? You want to establish your strategy. You want to position yourself. When the market activity really begins, all you're thinking about doing is, where do I need to take profit? Where do I need to take profit, right? That's the sign of a good entry. Where do I need to take profit now? Now, in terms of I'll say the one caveat there is if we're playing a breakout, okay? Now, this is technically a breakout of a descending triangle. And I say that because of like Ethereum. Ethereum did break out. We like the breakout and the confirmation and the momentum. You see why we say momentum? Because it was going. Now, in terms of the preparation for that, guys, the preparation is the realization that it's not just like, for instance, on we saw yesterday on Ethereum, once it really got to the top, and it's making the headlines in the market. It's up 8, 9, 10%. People start thinking, we could go 15, 20%. Those are the situations where people are reacting to the market activity, right? If you're dialed into the lower time frames, right? If you're dialed into those lower time frames, it's nothing is a surprise to you. You're able to even day trade on top of that, establish your position. You may establish positions every hour, guys, every 15, 20 minutes. But do that on an aggressive enough scale to where you're not the ones getting the headline saying it's up 10%, ADA's up 10%. Oh, it's going to go 20%. You see? Okay, so even though I say establishing your position, having the market react to you, that can happen every hour. That can happen every 20 minutes. That can happen every 10 minutes or 5 minutes, guys. It can happen every minute, okay? But make sure you're on the front end of that. You're front loading, so when the spring hits, all you're thinking about is, where do I take profits? You may book 5, 10 trades while people, before people get the overall news. I'm serious, guys. You may book 5 or 10 trades, like on Ethereum yesterday. You could have, okay? And while they're getting the news, and it's all of a sudden, it's well presented to the market that yes, it's up 10% on Ethereum, right? That's not when you want to be notified of something. That's the last moment you want to get involved in something. Typically, I say on the probabilities, well, it's up 10%. Well, then everyone's jumping in, and what just happens? Just raking in what? Your profits, right? It should be your profits that are being raked in when those things are advertised. When they're advertised like that, they hit the storyboard. They hit front and center on your watch list. Everything goes, ooh, it's up. What happens? All the cash goes into it by the people who are not trained well, right? All the cash goes in to do what? To pay you your profits. You get it? You establish position either along the way, okay, but always having strategy on that. Okay, when that hits up top, etc., and all those people start to, fumble in, right, with their trades and excited orders, etc. Guys, what are you doing? You're just collecting that money. That's all that you're doing after having established yourself lower and let's say earlier in the game. That's the money that goes into your pockets. Okay, that's the money that goes into your accounts for having a strategy, and you can have that on a different time frame. I'll say you can have it on any time frame. That's the one caveat. I'm not talking about we have to prepare months in advance. We do. You guys know we do in terms of hitting the bottom levels, etc. But as we look at right now, let's say the hourly, I'm going to tell you guys, you know that preparation includes, and isn't that interesting? Huh? Look at that formation, huh? That's very nice. That's on the 5 minutes. Isn't that a nice chart, guys? Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful, nice chart? Why is that? Do you see the formation now on the 5-minute chart? This is a beautiful expression. Please pay attention to this, guys. Please zone into this. You might want to do just a screenshot on your own screens. Look at the 5-minute chart right now. This beautiful run up with a little bit of a consolidation here. That's the 5-minute chart. Do you see this wave formation? Small consolidation here. Look at that 5-minute chart. Compare when I talk about being prepared early. Right? Making sure your strategy is in place, right? Look at the 5-minute chart. The fact you could do this every 5 minutes, or you could do it every day, or every whatever it is. Let's look at the hourly real quickly. You just saw that formation. Let's look at the hourly. We may have to go to the daily. Do you guys see the similarity between? There you go. Do you see what we just had up on the screen in terms of the 5-minute chart? Yeah, you see what I'm talking about, guys? Your strategy adjusts to the time frame. So when I'm talking about being in early, you may have to work on, the next 30 seconds are crucial, period, to get in early. You may have to work on, the next 3 hours or the next day is crucial. This is on the hourly, the full expression from the under sub 30 to the 50. Do you see the formation? You do. It's the same, guys, as the 5-minute. Let's look at the 5-minute. Was it the 5-minute we were just on? I believe it was. Let's take a look at the 5-minute. Look at this. Now, do you see what I'm getting at in terms of the overall expression? Is that any different? Slightly different, but is it any different at the 5-minute right now? Now the drastic numbers, etc., in terms of from under 30 to 50, sure, that's different. We're at a much different time scale or price scale here. From I want to say about 40. What is that? 45,000, 47,000, about 47,000 up to about around 50,000. Okay, so we're dealing with $3,000. Versus dealing with $20,000. We're dealing with, a good over a month to dealing with just a few hours, right? So, but the whole dynamic of your entry, of your preparation and your strategy, it applies to the daily charts. It applies to you guys get this? It's the same formation. If you look at this, it's the same formation on the 5-minute chart, on the hourly chart to express a month plus worth of pricing action, or a 5-minute scale and hours of the pricing action. So the strategy needs to adjust. Your ability to focus on the market is going to dictate your principle of being in early. You may be trading along this 30 moving average along this 5-minute chart. It may be very productive for you to let it pop up, to let it reconsolidate, and for you to enter and then let another, guys, you see, I hope you understand the variable nature of your strategy and how it needs to adjust on the time frames with this componentry, which is exactly on. Look at this on the 5-minute, guys. This was over a period of time. Let's go ahead and look at this. How much time has elapsed? This is a day and 20 hours. That's 1 day and 20 hours with a nice, beautiful expression and a nice curl over thus far. I want to compare that just one more minute. A day and 20 hours to what? I want to compare that to this, which is a similar expression. You guys see this almost a carbon copy expression. But when I talk about your strategy and the deployment of your strategy, I want you to understand the day and 20 hours becomes what? Becomes 43 days. So your strategy, getting in early, your micro to your macro, guys, it's the same elements that are there at the 5-minute in terms of being in early, letting the market respond. That's where things get intense. That's where things get, in terms of your ability to beat the market. It's a little bit softer on this 43 days, a little bit softer, right? On the 5-minute, it's a little more aggressive. You're hammering in. You have to outbox. You have to outmove. You have to predict that next move that's coming out from the market. So if you need to unwind a little bit, well, you have your hourly chart. If you want to become more aggressive, guys, it's the same pattern. You guys all get that. It's pretty cool, huh? But it just goes to show what level of detail and focus is required. As you look at the 5-minute chart, you will see the same expression in terms of the wave formation. Guys, you see that? It's the same chart. So when I talk about you being prepared, when I talk about you guys positioning yourself ahead of the market, it can happen every 10 minutes. It can happen every 10 hours, right? So it just adjust your strategy to the market, to your, and I say to the market, and to your, let's say, your involvement in the market, your ability to respond to the market. If you have a choppy schedule, if you're not plugged in all the time, it's going to be difficult to hit these day trades. You guys know that. You're going to have to unwind a bit and say, well, we're going to have to go to a trade every day or trade every other day. Let's look at the macro. So this is a bravo, because I know you guys get this. Good job. You guys see that on the 5-minute and the 1 hour. I think it's a great instructional today. It's nice. In terms of the entirety of Bitcoin, you guys know right now we are looking for over 51 for a breakout. I want to repeat. Don't you guys? I want to repeat what just happened with, and I'm not looking to it as a superior at all. We love the storage value of Bitcoin. We love the pricing action. We love the community. We love you guys. Glad that you're VIP, subscribing, etc. Angel, much love for you, brother. As we look at this, guys, I want it over 51. I want it over 51, and how? I want it moving just like Ethereum did. Can it do it? What do you guys think? Yeah, we tend to think it can, but I'm ready, and I'm going to say this. I'm very much protected in terms of cash position, okay? Heavy profits go where? They go stacked underneath. After a run up like this, you guys know our receipt shows 50,250. We got it within $200 of the top here recently. It's currently pushing the levels up again. Beautiful. I'm happy for it to go up over 51,000. Why 51,000? Because that's the previous indicated zone right in here. That's why I took right in this level. Now, there is trading that has occurred here. It has surprised the heck out of everybody. We've been covering that. I've been trying to prepare you guys for the fact, just be prepared. Now, it wasn't a surprise to us. I'm going to say that. Why? Because we hit the 30-day moving average. Boom, right? So that's what we want to be able to do, is bring you guys the best strategy. And it's a no hype zone, guys. You know that. So in terms of that red line, boom. Nice. Yeah, nice. Good job, guys. We covered that 2 streams ago. If you didn't catch that, I think 2 streams ago. But make sure you get back to that. We had been talking about the fact that red line is critical, that 30-day moving average. And we'll rediscuss right now what goes on with the pricing in the meantime, okay? In the meantime, that 30-day moving average has been real crucial in terms of a level of support during the bull run. Absolutely. It's been real crucial. Or it will turn into a level of resistance, right? But it's going to follow that red line, guys. Either act as a support that we saw in and along this zone, and along this zone, it's pushing it up. Then we get into a zone that's acting as resistance, okay? So as we have picked back up in the last few days, as the patterns have taken the options traders to they've cleaned them out. You guys know that. They've cleaned them out. As we look at this hit in along here, and guys, you may have had to be a little bit aggressive, but do you see that nice, you can get micro with it. Do you see that what we were talking about? And people did have to play a little aggressive. You guys always know, I always tell people, adjust your time frame, or adjust your, not just your time frames on this, but you would have hit it on different time frames, certainly, but not the 30-day. Adjust your level of aggression in terms of wanting to get in or being more conservative. In a bull run like this, you may want to be a touch more aggressive, right, to make sure your orders get picked up, right? So that's just beautiful for me to see, because we discussed that. We discussed that 30-day moving average before it got hit. That's the value of you guys. It's a good teamwork, guys. I'm going to say good teamwork by not just me, you guys, everybody. Angel, big shout out. Everybody else, just big shout out. As we look at the express potential of where it's going, again, I want to see over 51, and I want to see this move just like Ethereum made. It can do it. I'm going to tell you guys, Ethereum gets a lot of attention right now. What outperformed Ethereum during a critical phase? And I know which phase it was. Do you guys know which phase? It was a critical phase. It was this secondary. I'm just going to talk about this. Important. During this phase right here, Bitcoin absolutely hammered Ethereum. You guys know that during this phase right here, this secondary move to the upside earlier this year, guys, Bitcoin absolutely creamed Ethereum. I'm just going to tell you. Now, Ethereum has a lot